First responders are 5 times more likely to experience both depression and PTSD. A Kaiser Permanente study says first responders often get exposed to traumatic and life-threatening situations. One Nampa firefighter knows the trauma firsthand. Our Tristan Lewis caught up with her today. Tristan, she really has a powerful message for other first responders like her.
Yeah, Morgan, she says there's a stigma in the first responder world where you just really don't talk about what's going on in your mind, what's going on in your life.
Yeah.
She says she's been in the industry for 20 years, and until just a few years ago, she felt that same way. But she hopes her story may encourage others, whether they're in fire, law enforcement, or medical, just to get help. After 20 years of fighting fires in the Treasure Valley, Nampa Fire Department Sarah DeFur is putting on her gear one last time Friday afternoon.
I would go to work.
She's trading fighting fires to wrangling up her house full of kids.
I love being a firefighter and I love getting on that engine, but I like to be home with my kids too. Yeah.
DeFur began her firefighting career at 19 years old over at Star Fire.
They saw a young, ambitious 19-year-old and said, "Come on board, we'll teach you all about firefighting," and I was immediately hooked.
She says the original plan was to stop after she had kids. Well, 5 kids later, she's finally ready and able to call it.
When our 5th child came along, it was, hey, let's get you home.
While becoming a stay-at-home mother is a huge factor in her decision to retire, the mental roadblocks have had a role too.
My heart's tired, my mind's tired, and I want to get home.
9 years ago in July 2013, DeFur and her husband lost their 4-year-old daughter Allison in a car accident.
I didn't think I would ever come back to work, but I did, and I just trudged through, and it was really, truly by the grace of God. Mentally, that was really starting to wear on me.
Trudging through is how she dealt with other traumas she saw as a first responder too.
You know, on a day-to-day life, a lot of times you just, to get the job done, you just file it in the back of your head and you move forward.
DeFur noticed just moving forward began to take a toll on her life.
It just really begins to affect your sleeping, your eating, your exercising, you name it.
It wasn't until she started talking with someone and seeing a counselor that she began to feel better.
We've got to process this stuff, and we got to learn how to live through it.
As she departs from the Nampa Fire team, she is glad to see more of these conversations are being promoted.
It's okay to talk about this stuff, and guess what? Even when you talk about it, it doesn't make you weak. It actually makes you stronger.
Now, Sarah will retire tomorrow at 1 p.m. at the Nampa Fire Department with a ceremony. She'll have all of her family and friends there to help celebrate. And she says while in retirement, she plans to get involved with her own counselor's mental health trainings, where she hopes to spread her story around the state. And Morgan, I did ask if there was one standout moment over the past 20 years. She tells me that she put on her fire uniform today, right before our interview, and she said just the look that her kids gave her when she's wearing her uniform, it's like she's a hero. You know?
Yeah, I was just going to say, she's their hero. I mean, and it really is so brave that she did that. It's such a selfless service, and it's even equally as brave that she's talking about it and trying to break down that stigma, because it really does exist.
And it's important that we keep having these conversations, and she's really glad that she's seeing departments like the Nampa Fire Department to be promoting these conversations with all of their staff members.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Tristan Lewis, great story. Thank you.